Hi, I'm back today again to do my monthly favorites. I kind of was like feeling a little bit off about doing favorites last month. I feel like I didn't really have anything that stuck out, but this month I have just a few things, but things that I've really enjoyed. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start with makeup. I don't have a lot more cosmetics than makeup. One of the things, so I've been a Carmex lover my whole life, and I love the clicky ones, like the normal stick chapsticks, and I love those, but somebody gave me Burt's Bees for Christmas, just like the original. I have my little ponytail holder on it, but someone gave this to me and I've been obsessed with it ever since. I have a second one now. And I just love this stuff. I mean, this isn't really that exciting in terms of a favorite, but I just really like it. And I did buy some of the flavors. I think I bought cherry, honey, and something else. And I don't actually like those that much. I really just like the classic. Okay, throwing stuff around. I just really like the classic, pepperminty one, and that's basically all I've been using since. Something else that I got a suggestion for, Young, Wild, and Polished. I watch her Snap stories on a daily basis. She has very good recommendations, and she actually recommended this conditioner. I don't have the shampoo. It's from the brand Shea Moisture. They sell it at Target, Ulta, whatever. And it's the Peace Rose Oil Complex Nourish and Silken Conditioner with date palm and camellia extracts. This is a ridiculous title for the product, but it's so good. It does smell like rose. The very first day I hated the scent, but now I don't notice it at all. And it's just the nicest conditioner. It's so nice, and I like that it's organic and it's ethically traded and all of that stuff. It has all of the different labels, cruelty free, family run, that kind of stuff. It just feels like a good brand to support as far as I know, and I just really like it. I will say the very first day I used too much and my hair felt a bit heavy. Now I kind of do it where it's just like a thin layer all over my hair, and it's been perfect and lovely. So the last thing and a half is I have loved this ColourPop Flexitarian. I did a haul video on this, and I love this product so much. I actually dropped it the other day and I thought I broke it, but I didn't. But it's just the nicest, like, super reflective. It's all over my finger now. It's just a super reflective product, but you really can make it wearable. I was worried that this would not be wearable for me. I work under like fluorescent lighting and stuff, and that doesn't always work out, but it's just been really nice, and I have found it to be really wearable, and it's $8. ColourPop is great. It's another cruelty-free brand. I think it's cruelty-free, and it's just really nice and good quality, and I love that. I did, however, this isn't really a favorite, but I was just really excited about it. I did get the Nicole Guerrero Anastasia Glow Kit. I wasn't even sure if this would be the right colors for me. I'm sure a million people have seen these. They look quite dark. They're actually surprisingly wearable. I actually wore 143 today on my eyes because that one will be too dark for me, but I can probably mix it with another one. But what I wanted to say is this Forever Lit, this white color, is so pretty. I'm going to put it above. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's right here. I'm in kind of direct light. It has the slightest blue reflect to it, and it is so pretty. It can't really count as a favorite for February because I got it yesterday, March 2nd. I'm wearing it today just a little bit because, I mean, literally I wore 3 highlighters today to kind of get the different effects that I wanted, and it's so good. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I just thought it was going to be too dark. I didn't question the quality at all, but I just really love Nicole Guerrero, so I wanted to support her. I usually do that. I don't really buy things that YouTubers make necessarily, but I really wanted to support that one. I didn't have a lot of book favorites this month. I still read a lot, and you can see on my Goodreads what I've read in the last month, but the two I wanted to mention was I did a reread of The Secret Life of Bees. Some of the teenagers that I work with are going to be reading this, and so I wanted to reread it and have the ideas kind of fresh in my head. The first time I read it was years and years ago, before the movie came out. Everybody was talking about it, and it was so good, and it was a book club book and all of that. And I didn't like it as much as everybody else did. You know, when people kind of build up your expectations, they don't always work. You know, they don't always match up to that, I guess. But this time, I think because I thought I didn't really like it, when I reread it, I actually enjoyed it so much more this time. I found the characters, I kind of remember it as I was reading. I kind of remember like, oh yeah, this is going to happen, and oh yeah, this character, whatever, but I still really liked it, and I kind of liked, I don't know, I kind of liked being back in that time period, the 60s. It's in 64, South Carolina in 64. I haven't read a book from that time period in a while, so I kind of enjoyed being back in that time period, and I liked it more than I did before. I still probably would only give it like 3 out of 5 stars, but I do think that there's material in here that can be quite relatable and compelling to people. So that, and then I have one that's like kind of a cheat, because I haven't quite finished it yet because I'm really savoring it. I finally picked up Milk and Honey. This is one that it's a library copy. I'm going to buy this one. I don't even know if I'll finish this copy of it. I'll probably just go out and buy my own copy of it, because I've wanted to be like marking. You can see that I've marked stuff already. This is one that I've seen on book reviews, and I've seen on Instagram and all of the different social medias, I suppose, and everybody's like, oh, it's so good, it's so good, and sometimes that just feels like, you know, it's just easy to read, it's easy to digest, and so that's why everybody, versus like just people who love books. But this is just as good as I thought it was going to be, and it's a highly recommend. I mean, probably you've already read this and have enjoyed it, but I'm really, really enjoying it, and I kind of don't want it to be over yet, so that's why I'm just kind of picking it up when I want. So the extra, I have some extra randoms. I guess I have this, I got my Valentine's Day present this year was a pair of sneakers. I've never had the old schools before, and they really hurt my feet. Like, this back part is like really hard to break in for me. It's very solid. I usually wear slip-on Vans, but if you can see the detail, it's like these, it's a speckled, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's obviously like a heathered gray, and then the speckles are multicolored, and I just love them. I'm really bad about, I love like printed shoes and stuff, so this is a nice way to get a print, kind of something a little more interesting, but it's still neutral. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy a pair of Nike, is it Janowski's? Janowski's. I think I'm gonna buy a pair of those today. I need a pair of neutral kind of athletic shoes, so I might buy those today. But oh, sometimes it's so hard to spend that much money on a pair of shoes. They'll probably be about $120, which isn't insane, but it's like expensive, you know what I mean. So my other extras, I watched the Jenna Marbles does her own acrylic video last weekend, and I was dying. I'm gonna link it down below. You have to know that Jenna Marbles, she's like inappropriate. She says, you know, profane words and stuff, and I know not everybody likes that, but I was dying. It was so funny. Like, what her creation ends up being is so funny. Like, sometimes she just kills me, so I'm gonna definitely link that below. We have been watching or rewatching Parenthood on Netflix. I love that show, and I feel like it doesn't get the love that it deserves. I don't really hear people talk about it. I love Lauren Graham, which is why I started watching it originally. All the seasons are on Netflix now, and it's so good, and I would highly recommend it. I think it's great. It has a very realistic depiction of autism on the show, and the challenges that people have, families have, when they have an autistic person in the family. It shows all different family dynamics that I think are very realistic, and I just think the show is great. It has great character development. I think all of the characters, even if you don't like them, are realistic and likable in their own ways. So I would highly, highly recommend that. And something else that I've been kind of on this little journey of, trying not to take too long, I'm already taking a long time. I've been on this journey of like fitness, and I'm gonna put up my Food Freedom Forever book review. I did it like a month ago, and I just haven't really been brave enough to put it up, so I'm gonna put that up. And the author of that, who is one of the co-creators of Whole30, Melissa Hartwig, I've been loving her Instagram. I always do, but I've really found a lot of inspiration in her longer posts, and posts about taking care of herself during times of strife, and I'll link that below as well. I've found her to be very straightforward and helpful, and yeah, I think that's what I would leave it at. So the only thing that's really on my radar this month is Girls. I have not started the last season of Girls yet. I'm super excited to do that, and I'm going to buy new furniture. So the furniture that's behind me hopefully won't be here for very long, because I just don't want it anymore. So that's something I'm excited about. So that is it. I tried to make this fast and I didn't. So I will talk to you later. I hope that this finds you well, and I hope you have a happy day. Alright, bye.